Chat forced me to play gacha games, so I started dating 3 lads. Next week, it will be 5. Maybe there will be a 6th soon. I might date your dad too and make him pay for some gacha pulls. Hey, it is I, Ghost Guy with one eye. A few days ago, I started playing Love and Deepspace completely out of my own free will. And definitely not because I'm doing a soul level 1 Elden Ring run with crowd control. Kill me. Psych! No, I'm dead. Fuck! When do I attack? What do I do? In a punishment wheel that I have to spin every 10 deaths, which just so happens to include a play a gacha game as one of the punishments, which chat will then decide on what game I would have to play, and they decided I should get down with the lads. It could have been worse, it could have been... oh my god. But why is this a punishment? Well, I hate gacha games. At least I think I do. I only really played Kingdom Hearts on the phone and Genshin Impact 1.0 when it came out. Also, I'm mainly playing games like the Soul series, Monster Hunter, Outlast Trials, Doom, Metal Gear and so on. So I'm not really the target audience here, am I? I might make a video explaining my problem with gacha games, why I choose to play pretty much all of them over the next couple weeks and months. But the TLDR would be, I hate how gacha games gate gameplay options behind paid RNG. But I wanted to share my first impression of Love and Deepspace. I tried to set aside my preconceived notions and go into this game with an open mind. After all, this game is insanely successful, so there must be something good about it, right? Oh, and some of my friends won't shut up about it and they keep sending me these weird memes. Stop. I didn't know what Love and Deepspace was about before I started the game. I never watched a trailer or any gameplay. I pretty much went into this game blind. All I knew is this is a Guna game for girls. Also, this is a phone game, and phone games are even higher on the shitty monetization list. Well, I think my view on gacha games can be changed. Phone games are the worst. The only good one is Doodle Jump. I won't argue about this. Anyways, I had to download this janky as hell emulator to play the game. Sometimes the game starts, sometimes it doesn't. Regardless, it runs like ass, but thankfully, this game is mostly reading and listening. Right? By the way, I found a new one called Momo Player 12, so much better than BlueStacks. Try that one. Some rules I set for myself before I started. I will finish all the current main content and whatever side content chat thinks I should experience. No skipping, and I will play 100% free to play. But with all that said, let's get into the game. The first thing I had to create was a character that would bring all the boys to the yard. However, the base customization looked like that one scene from Toy Story. So we have long hair, long hair, long hair, long hair, long hair, long hair, another long hair, and long hair. Epic. We got some customization here. Also, I don't know how to make a female character. I usually play big bald buff dudes covered in scars or absolute monstrosities. The game is set in a futuristic city called Lincoln City. The story follows a rookie deep space hunter with a rare evil ability. No idea what that is supposed to be. The story is set 14 years after a catastrophic event that opened a wormhole to other worlds, leading to the emergence of entities called the Wanderer. As I'm trying to listen to some old dude who tells us to collect protocors so we can defeat the Wanderers for good, this random girl keeps talking to us, and I already hate her.
Your evo's even better than the detector.
Can you? Oh my god, I hate her.
Hi, I'm Tara.
Don't get in my way,
I was standing
bitch.
next to you. Do
I
you
will
wanna work
push her
together?
off the bridge.
Sure. Look,
I will kill you.
Wanderers. They're here.
Why can I not be a bitch? Why can I not get some, like, really bitchy responses? I wanna be a mean girl. We then cut to the first mission, where we meet a mysterious man and get ambushed by a wanderer. I've gotta say, I feel like I have seen 10 anime with a similar futuristic random-ass alien bug monster setting and an organization formed to kill all the things, like Black Bullet and stuff. Sci-fi is also one of my least favorite genres, I would say. I'm more of a dark fantasy horror kinda guy. Sci-fi horror, on the other hand, is goated. To my big surprise, this game has actual gameplay. I went into this completely expecting a visual novel just reading and listening, but now I gotta shoot stuff. You got your standard attacks, specials that are on a cooldown, team attacks, an ultimate ability, and perfect dodges. So far. Maybe there will be more, I don't know yet. It felt really janky, but I will just assume that's because of the emulator I used. Also, it's crazy how these sections look better and have more animations than any of the new Pokemon games. Afterwards we get more story, which I will not go too much into depth because that would drag this out a lot. And I wasn't introduced to the full cast yet, so I'm still in the prologue part of the game, I think. One thing I will say though, is that I really dislike how this game introduces you to the world. And I've seen this in a lot of anime games. You get a million names, places, terms thrown at you. Evol, Protocol, Metaflux, Evolver, Protofields, all that within the opening scenes, and I know this will probably be explained in the future, but I just don't like this approach. It creates this barrier between me and the game world. After a couple hours of playing, I still can't tell you anything about the world really. But then again, this is probably more about the boys. Speaking of, Xavier, weird guy, massive stalker vibes. You're Xavier? How do you get my number? I can delete if you want. But I already memorized. Oh my god! What the fuck? It would take me a while to forget our meeting. You're always so mysterious. I need to pay attention. What are we talking about? I wonder what different response you might have gotten. No, I don't. How did he get my number? Why did he already memorize it? I hold my whistle close when he's around. Zane. Very, 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 very distant. He looks annoyed just by my mere existence. Not much to go off right now. He's a doctor. Raphael, aka the GOAT. Absolute giga chat energy.
If you like the sea, you should go to White Sand Bay.
And he's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with a fish?
But he didn't even let me finish.
Based. Based? He's not. She just keeps yapping and he just walks away. I like that dude. The girl keeps yapping about fish and some random island, and he just turns around and leaves. It's really entertaining listening to him. I haven't met all of them yet, so I can't really tell you much more about them. I'm still in chapter 2 or something, because you can only level up so much per day, and the story requires certain levels to advance. Here's a screenshot of a beginner guide from the Otome Reddit. I have to do more dailies before I can move on with the main story, which I will do next Sunday over on twitch.tv/Deddonekku. You should follow me so you don't miss it. We're having a lot of fun over there. Let's talk about positive and negative impressions. I will start with the positives first. Visuals. I don't play phone games ever, so I was really surprised by the game's looks. The 3D cutscenes are smooth, environments look nice, gameplay sections are at least at Switch niveau. Okay, let's be honest, they look better than Switch games. Gameplay, lots of reading and listening to dialogue. Most of it is voiced. Occasionally you can select different responses which lead to different dialogue routes. You can replay those sections to check out the other outcomes, which is nice. Combat, for me the most important thing, and it's surprisingly fun. Granted, I play on PC, so I can run with WASD, dodge with spacebar, can attack and control the camera at the same time with the mouse, use the abilities with 1, 2, 3 and the R button. Perfect dodges is a nice addition to reward more risky gameplay. It's fairly easy so far, but I'm also just at the beginning of the game, and I can see there are more combat menus that will unlock at higher levels, so I'm curious to see where that is going. Some of the fights have very interesting mechanics, like there's this one lemon dude that you have to pull next to his lemons that he spawned. Yes, the lemon dude spawns lemons, and his AoE has to attack the lemon. So the lemon explodes, it breaks his shield, and then you can deal damage. Very cool, reminds me of like MMO mechanics like in World of Warcraft and stuff. It's fun, didn't expect that. Now on to the things I disliked so far. Menus. My god, there are so many menus in this game. Agenda, events, wishes, shop, with him, dates, battles, memories, top up, 5 event tabs, 9 extra tabs within these tabs. And the flower event tab has another like 3 menus attached to it. It is so much stuff constantly asking for your attention. It is honestly tiresome looking at the never-ending amount of red dots and stuff that asks for your money. The MC is only voiced in the major cutscenes, but not in between, despite having a voice that I also have active. It's kinda weird, and I don't really understand why. I get that this is supposed to be a self-insert game, but you have an option to choose a voice or not. So why not do a full voicing for the people who chose to select the voice, and not just half of it? Can't be a lack of funding. This game made more than $75 million in March alone. The monetization. Surprise, surprise. The guy who hates gacha games hates the monetization in gacha games. I know, but we gotta talk about it at least once. It is abysmal. There's a price tag on almost everything, and everything else can be topped up again with money, like stamina. My second most hated system. I want to decide how much I play, not some arbitrary currency someone made up. I would love to know what you guys think about this, but whenever I play a game and I see dollar signs everywhere, and everything that looks interesting or cool is costing money, I just can't enjoy the game. Every time I see those diamonds, I get reminded that I'm using a product. Takes me out of the game every time. To finish off this video, the game has positively surprised me. It's engaging, it's fun, and I had a pretty good time playing it. And from chat I know that the story and world will go much more in depth, and I'm curious to see where things go next Sunday, over on twitch.tv/Deddonekku. However, would I play this game just for myself without stream? No. The monetization is an absolute deal breaker for me. That's a thing you will hear from me in the next few gacha games again. I think the developers of these games are very talented. Most gacha games I see look pretty good. Character designs are unique, combat is fun, lots of content, but for me it's all wasted because of the monetization. Of course, free-to-play games need to make money, but I would much rather purchase the characters directly and have optional skins, etc. sold separately. The problem for me lies purely in the RNG factor. I refuse to pay for something when I don't know what I will get. I will make a full review once I completed all the main content of the game, along with noteworthy side content that chat recommends. Until then, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is the first time I'm trying something like this, so any feedback would be greatly appreciated. Leave a like, subscribe, follow me over on Twitch, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!